You've really hit this niche where, design build, a lot of people don't even really know what design build is in comparison to, regular general contractors. But, tell us what design build is for the people that really don't know what the definition of that is.
So the best way to describe design build is if a contractor had a baby with an architect, that would be design build. Design build incorporates architecture, interior design, consulting, and construction all under one roof. We find that the project moves better in harmony when you use all of those services in one. And it's instead of hiring a architect separate, right, or hiring a designer and trying to pull those pieces together, all of that stuff is under one roof.
Absolutely. And the thing is, I'm sure there's a lot of cost benefits to that as well. Being able to work with one person that's managing a property or a project efficiently, because what a lot of people may have gone through past projects or afraid to get into is the fact that, budgets are budgets, but at the end of the day, you need someone that's going to manage that, and trying to piece it together isn't always the most effective. But tell us about how the efficiency of design build really helps the homeowner.
Yeah. So the first part of design build is going through a feasibility study.
Right.
Sometimes people have these large dreams of doing their kitchen, or they're doing their whole house renovation, and they really don't have any idea of what things actually cost.
Right.
And the feasibility study really drills down on costs and really puts together the scope of work, so you have a really detailed idea as to what this vision is going to cost.
Right.
And I think it's a great place to start there before you actually commit to a construction project, which could have project overruns, yeah, left and right after the fact. It's important that we drill down on all of that information before you get started. And then after that, after we find out and we get that solid budget, we could create and build around that budget. Then your project moves to design, where we figure out space planning. We select all of your materials up front, so we don't have last minute hiccups with certain items being missing and stuff like that. So that's a big issue in construction. And the reason I know that is because I've done it the wrong way.
Right.
So I understand. Yeah. I've also hired guys the wrong way. So I truly understand what a homeowner is going through as far as the process. We wear a lot of hats in this business, and for us to provide a good experience, we need to do a lot of things right. So we understand what that process needs to look like to provide the best service possible. And then after you've gone through design, now we move your project into architecture.
Right.
We don't leave any gaps. All right. So us moving your project from design to architecture and to construction, we know every detail.
Right.
Right? We know the project in and out, compared to if we just got a set of plans and we had to bid on plans. There's a lot of question marks that pop up.
Because I'm sure you get that a lot. Like, people, they think the first step might be going to the architect, but tell us what you've experienced in that case.
Yeah. So glad that you brought that up. So the dirty little secret is the architect doesn't have any idea about cost.
Right.
So they will draw and they'll give you exactly what you want, and but you won't know the bad news until the end, when the plans are complete. Right. That it's probably unaffordable for you to build.
So basically going from the architect into the next process, so once you guys go through the process, you got to the point of drawing up plans. What's the next step when it comes to, the home improvement aspect? What follows the drawing of the plans?
Okay. So after a client draws up plans and we get the plans, right, we sit down with the architect, we sit down with the designer, we sit down with project management, and we review all of that information on how we're going to execute on that project. Compared to if we just got a set of plans from an architect, there's all of these question marks. For us, we really like to know the client beforehand. Yep. Like, how do they live? Why do you want to accomplish this build or this renovation? And all of these elements that go into personalizing the space is really important to us. And there's something that's missed naturally when we just get a set of plans and then it becomes more about how much is it going to cost only.